Do elderly people get to eat sweets? The truth behind doctors' warnings. Hello everyone, and welcome to our channel. I wish you moments of joy and relaxation as you watch and listen to our videos. I'm always here to share with you many aspects of life and health. Thank you for your continued support. Please share your thoughts in the comments below the video so I know you're here. Your engagement is a precious source of motivation that gives me the energy to create many useful videos for you. Thank you. Have you ever wondered, on a quiet afternoon when gentle sunlight filters through the leaves and you hold a warm cup of tea, that if you were missing a small cake or a familiar piece of ginger candy, the feeling of warmth might seem slightly diminished? Have you ever felt hesitant when you wanted to sip some green bean porridge like the ones your mother used to make, but then paused because someone said, "You're old now, don't eat sweets. They're bad for your health"? If you have ever asked yourself these questions, or looked at a dessert warily, unwilling to reach for it, you are not alone. Many aunts, uncles, and elders, those who have experienced the ups and downs of life, find themselves caught in the delicate balance between wanting to enjoy and worrying about health. So in the end, do elderly people get to eat sweets? The answer isn't as simple as yes or no. It is a heartfelt story about how we care for ourselves, listen to our bodies, and rediscover the joy of living in a gentle and safe way. Because sweet is not just a taste. It is a memory. It is the gentle embrace of slow afternoons. It is the sharing around the tea table when grandparents recount old tales. It is the joyful look when a grandchild offers a peppermint candy. It is the little happiness that we sometimes forget on our journey to maintain our health. So, is it truly necessary to completely give up sweets? Or is it just a common misunderstanding that causes us to lose the simple pleasures of everyday life? Doctors often warn that eating too many sweets can easily lead to diabetes, high blood pressure, and heart disease. And that is true, but it does not mean that all kinds of sweetness are bad, or that all elderly people must live a life devoid of sweetness from now on. We don't have to choose between eating sweets and living healthily. In fact, there are ways to enjoy the taste of sweetness without harming your health. As long as we understand it correctly, choose wisely, and love ourselves in a gentle and complete way. So today, I invite you to sit down with me in this peaceful moment and listen together to the truth behind the doctor's warnings. Not only about the sweet in food, but also the sweetness in the lives of the elderly. Please keep watching. Stay with me until the end, because what we're about to share can help you better understand the doctor's warnings on the topic. Do elderly people get to eat sweets? If not, why? And if so, how? Don't rush past this, because the more you understand the reasons, the more you can proactively improve your health and quality of life.
2. Frequent dizziness and lightheadedness. Dear friends, dizziness and lightheadedness are sensations that many of us have likely experienced at some point, especially as we get older. But did you know that if these feelings occur frequently, even when you're just sitting and not changing positions, they could be signs of reduced blood flow to the brain? Don't brush it off, because it could be one of the warning signs before a stroke occurs. Let me share with you the story of a 73-year-old man from the United States named John. He was a healthy and active person, regularly taking walks and living a very positive lifestyle. However, about 3 weeks before he went to the hospital, he began to feel dizzy, sometimes even lightheaded while simply reading a book or watching television. At first, he thought it was just due to a lack of sleep or fatigue, but the symptoms persisted and began to occur multiple times a day. When the dizziness was accompanied by nausea and a loss of balance, Mr. John decided to visit the hospital. Fortunately, the doctors discovered that he was suffering from cerebral ischemia, a condition where the brain receives insufficient blood supply, which can lead to a stroke if not treated in time. Thanks to accurate diagnosis and prompt treatment, Mr. John was able to avoid a stroke and has since recovered his health. He's now back to living a normal life, although he still monitors his condition and maintains healthy daily habits. Dear friends, if you or a loved one experience symptoms like this, don't ignore them and don't wait until it's too late. A simple checkup can save your life. Listen to your body and seek medical help promptly when something doesn't feel right. 3. Numbness or weakness on one side of the body. As we age, it's normal for our bodies to experience occasional symptoms like numbness or fatigue in the limbs after a long day or due to poor sleeping posture. However, have you ever noticed persistent numbness or weakness in one arm or leg without any clear reason? This could be an important sign that should not be ignored. This condition may occur when a part of the brain is not receiving enough blood, disrupting the communication between the brain and the body. As a result, an arm or leg may not function properly, causing a feeling of weakness or numbness. And this is one of the early warning signs of a stroke. Let me share the story of Mr. George, a 75-year-old man living in the United States. He was a very active person who enjoyed walking and gardening. However, one morning he suddenly noticed that his left arm felt weak. He couldn't even lift his coffee mug like he normally did. At first, he thought it was just due to fatigue, but the condition persisted and began to worsen. Concerned, he went to the hospital for a checkup. The doctors confirmed that he was experiencing cerebral ischemia, a condition where the brain doesn't get enough blood supply, and had he waited any longer, he could have suffered a serious stroke. Fortunately, because of early detection and timely treatment, Mr. George recovered well and did not suffer any major long-term damage. Dear friends, if you ever feel numbness or weakness in one arm or leg, don't wait. Go see a doctor immediately. Early detection can help protect your health and prevent unnecessary risks. Taking care of yourself and your loved ones is the best way to ensure a long, healthy life. If you're still watching and find this information helpful, please leave a comment with the number 2 to let me know you're still here. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, I encourage you to click the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you won't miss any of our videos. Your support helps us continue creating valuable content to inform and inspire you.
Beware of the sweet enemy. But you also need to know that not all types of sweetness are as benign as they may seem. Prepackaged sweets, industrially produced candies, carbonated soft drinks, or canned foods containing preservatives. These are the true sweet enemies. They contain high levels of refined sugars, unhealthy fats, and additives that can leave you feeling fatigued, cause spikes in blood sugar, increase cholesterol levels, and negatively affect the functioning of your heart, liver, and kidneys. You don't have to be too hard on yourself, but make it a habit to carefully read product labels and choose wisely before introducing anything into your body. Enjoying sweets in a refined manner, living happily while staying healthy. Do you remember the last time you savored a slice of perfectly ripe mango on a quiet afternoon? Or a time when you leisurely enjoyed a cup of hot tea, stirring in a small spoonful of honey to soften its flavor? These moments, though simple, are truly precious. It's not just about eating. It's about nurturing the joy of living. A small piece of dark chocolate, with 70% cocoa or higher. In the evening not only doesn't do any harm, but it also helps boost your mood, soothe your nerves, and benefit your cardiovascular health. So, dear friend, keep a little sweetness in your life, but let it be the kind of sweetness you choose wisely, through understanding and self-love. Because when chosen correctly, sweetness isn't just experienced on the tongue. It permeates every little joy in your life. A few tips for the elderly who wish to enjoy wholesome sweets. Because sweetness, when selected the right way, is always something to cherish in life. Dear friend, do you still remember the aroma of a bowl of the sweet soup your grandmother used to make? Or the gentle sweetness of sticky rice wrapped in banana leaves during Tet celebrations? For a long time, sweetness has been more than just a sensation on the tongue. It is a memory. It is love. It is the bond that connects people through simple dishes. And as we move into our later years, there is no need to entirely cut out those things that warm our hearts, right? Instead of restricting rigorously, why not shift to smart choices? If you still wish to retain a little sweetness in your day, to comfort your soul and add flavor to your meals, then here are a few simple yet meaningful suggestions to help you enjoy your treats while preserving your health. Prioritize fresh fruits over sugary confections. Have you ever tasted a bunch of ripe lychee and felt as relaxed as a quiet countryside afternoon? Fresh fruits like apples, pears, bananas, blueberries, or papayas are not only delicately sweet, but also packed with essential vitamins, minerals, and fiber, crucial for older adults. Unlike industrially produced candies, which include refined sugars and preservatives, fresh fruits offer a natural, wholesome sweetness that soothes sugar cravings without negatively impacting blood sugar levels or cardiovascular health. A single apple in the morning, a few slices of melon at noon, or a glass of unsweetened orange juice in the afternoon can be enough to add a vibrant splash of color to your day. Replace white sugar with pure honey. Did you know? Pure honey, especially wild honey, contains many natural antibacterial properties, is rich in enzymes and minerals, making it very suitable for the elderly when used in moderation. Instead of a spoonful of white sugar in your tea, try a small spoonful of honey. Its light, aromatic sweetness is not only soothing for the throat, but also helps you feel relaxed and at ease. Remember, however, to use pure honey without any adulterants, and to avoid mixing it with overly hot water in order to preserve all its nutrients. Occasionally indulge in a piece of dark chocolate. If you still love the rich, captivating sweetness of chocolate, opt for dark chocolate with at least 70% cocoa. This type is loaded with antioxidants, is good for your heart, and can help uplift your mood. A small piece after lunch or dinner can leave you feeling refreshed, reduce mild anxiety, and help stabilize blood sugar levels better than regular milk chocolate. Gradually reduce sugar when cooking. Let your palate adjust. Dear friend, taste like the heart needs time to adapt to new habits. If you're used to a very strong sweetness, don't force yourself to change overnight. Gradually reduce the amount of sugar. Today, use 1 spoon less of sugar in your soup. Tomorrow, prepare a dessert with coconut water instead of added sugar. Over time, your taste buds will revive, allowing you to appreciate the natural sweetness in foods that you once overlooked. If you're still watching and finding this information helpful, please leave a comment with the number 6 to let me know that you're still here. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, I encourage you to click the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you won't miss any of our videos. Your support helps us continue to create valuable content that informs and inspires you. In summary, elderly people can absolutely enjoy sweets, as long as they do so selectively and gently. If the sweetness comes from wholesome sources, it will not harm you. On the contrary, it will nurture you and warm your heart, like a gentle whisper from life. You deserve to enjoy happiness in the gentlest and most peaceful way. Final message: wholesome sweetness for the body and the soul. Dear friend, do you remember the last time you indulged in something truly sweet and felt your heart lighten? Perhaps it was a perfectly ripened persimmon, a cup of ginger tea sweetened with honey on a rainy afternoon, or simply a slice of sponge cake gifted by someone dear. In the rhythm of our later years, as our bodies begin to change, the taste of sweetness, when chosen and savored in the right way, becomes all the more precious. Not because it fills your stomach, but because it soothes your soul, awakens cherished memories, and reminds you that you still deserve to enjoy life's delightful moments. So should we eat sweets? The answer is yes, but we must choose to have wholesome sweets. There is no need to completely eliminate sweetness from our lives. It's all about knowing which type to choose, when to choose it, and how to incorporate it into our lives. When done correctly, sweetness not only is harmless, but also enriches our daily joy. Imagine this: a gentle morning, sunlight softly streaming through the window as you sit by it, enjoying a cup of chamomile tea with a spoonful of wild honey, accompanied by a plate of fresh fruits, bananas, a few apple slices, some blueberries. Does it need to be extravagant? Not at all. Just this simple combination is enough to bring a sense of peace and make you feel that today is still a beautiful day. Or picture a quiet evening when everything has settled, and you allow yourself a small piece of dark chocolate, mildly sweet yet enticing. And you know what? It's precisely those little moments that remind your heart that you are truly alive, not merely surviving. Did you know? There are forms of sweetness, even if they are not directly tasted on your tongue, that are enough to warm your heart. A gentle inquiry, a leisurely walk with a loved one, a heartfelt laugh while reminiscing about the old days. These are all the wholesome sweetness of life. They require no added sugar, nothing extra, yet they are fully satisfying. So, sweetness, when chosen in the right way, not only nourishes your body, but also warms your soul. Allow every day to have a touch of sweetness. A piece of seasonal fruit, a cup of herbal tea with a light natural sweetness, a loving glance, a comforting embrace, a warm memory recalled. Living long, living happily, and living healthily can sometimes start from something as small as embracing wholesome sweetness. Thank you for taking the time to listen and join us on this journey to understand the doctor's warnings on the subject. Can elderly people eat sweets? We hope these insights have helped you understand how to incorporate wholesome sweet treats into your life and nourish your body. If you found this video helpful, please leave a comment and share your experience. Your stories might help others as well. We truly look forward to hearing from you. Please leave your comments below about what you learned today and how you plan to apply these ideas in your life. Your feedback is very important to us, so do not hesitate to share. Reading your comments is a tremendous source of encouragement for us. If you found this video useful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support enables us to keep creating quality content that informs and inspires you. Wishing you and your family health and peace. See you in the next video.